Tuesday nights at 7, don't miss Angel and the Night. Chris Van Angel is a flyboy hot dog helicopter pilot who flew missions in Nam and can't get enough of the ladies.
I'm kind of a sassy prick.
Bonnie Knight is a recovering alcoholic ninja who will sleep her way to the truth.
Who do I have to blow in this place to get some information?
When they're not fighting their personal demons, they're fighting crime. They're private detectives. They are Angel and the Night.
Hey kids, Saturday mornings, skip the cartoons and head to some real live Saturday safety fun at Ammu-Nation with Derek the Dodo.
Hey kids!
Yeah!
You see kids, guns aren't the problem. You know what the problem is. Anti-gun zealots.
Yeah, lefty scum.
Real men don't own a gun. They own 5 or more. Make sure your daddy's a real man.
Ammu-Nation and Derek the Dodo have been proudly bringing gun safety to your community for over 30 years. Ammu-Nation, protecting your kids' rights.
Ammu-Nation!
Hi, I'm Jock Cranley, star of the hit TV series Stunt Double. When I'm not jumping out of helicopters, arresting bad guys, solving here-to-do unsolvable murders, or sticking my head between strippers' tits, I make mistakes, like any other ordinary guy. That's why the day I got caught was the best day of my life. Those DEA officials saved me from my own worst enemy, myself. I had these opportunities to really make a difference in the world, and I was brutally wasting it on drugs, multiple women, and good times. There's nothing like having sex with 3 women while sharing an 8-ball in a hotel penthouse suite to really make you realize how low you've sunk. Sometimes I think the best thing for me would have been jail. But because I'm famous, now I get the chance to really give something back. Don't do drugs, kids. Just say, not for me. I'm original, just like Jock Cranley. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to base jump off this skyscraper.
Brought to you by this station and consider our kids every day.
Hey, Stacy, can I give you a ride home?
What are you, queer? I'm going to the point with Jeff. He's got a cassette deck with a graphic equalizer.
Equalize your music graphically with our incredible LED displays. Here at Fast Forward In-Vehicle Audio, we're taking in-car music to the future. We've got 5 bands of equalization. We've got quads. We've got sub-bass omation. And we've got it today.
Camus jeans.
Our name is on your lips. What is life for?
Camus.
Tight, hot, and great in a crisis. Like you.
Camus fit.
They hug you close, even when you're in torment. They're specially cut to show off what you've got. They give you meaning.
Camus. Push that rock, Sisyphus.
Read our lips. I'm in pain. Camus jeans are tight. Soak them in the bathtub before you pull them on. Camus jeans. When the line forms for your rear, be elated for a moment. Camus.
Release the gum that shoots a load in your mouth.
Introducing the Evacuator playset and action figures. The Evacuator playset comes with a Venezuelan village, villagers, and real napalm. The Evacuator playset, ages 3 and under. Wandering Hands peyote playset sold separately.
We will track their every movement, what they buy, what they eat. We will edit the news speak for the state.
Yes, great comrade. But there is a problem. This
filthy bastards! With this, the people will be...
They will be free, great comrade!
This year, home computing will save mankind. The FruitLC home computing system is coming. It's a future where you can't be tracked or spied upon. It's the thing you always needed, but never knew it. The FruitLC is the future of electronic individuality in a computer age. Home color computing with the miracle of the cassette loading software programs. Near infinite 18K of incredible memory. Remarkable two-tone 8-inch monitor and the ability to type letters. The price of freedom, just $5,000. Plug into freedom. The miracle of tomorrow is the FruitLC.
They will be free!
We're the Barfs!
We're never red! We hate anything foreign!
We live in a tree separately!
We swing like a rabbit warren!
We're the Barfs!
We each have a gun! Firearms is for protection and fun!
Most of all, Barfs hate sharing! We keep a national anthem blaring!
Big Major Barf!
Baby Barf!
Chunky Barf, too! Smoky Barf!
Tiny Barf!
Fruity Barf, how do you do?
Now you know our Barfy song.
Grab a gun and sing along.
'Cause before we're through, you'll be barfing too. Yeah!
Hey ladies, the pleasure is back.
Athena!
Athena 200s. This is pleasure that lasts longer.
So long.
And it's low tar.
Low tar.
Celebrating the struggle for women's equality with each full-flavored cigarette. So slim, so silky.
Athena! Pleasure lasts longer than he does.
It's Athena. Athena 200s.
Oh, fresh, cool beans. It's negative for once. Hi, I'm Jenny Mitchell here, meTV News, giving you popular debate from the front line of politics, which is exactly what our brainless audience of music video-obsessed doofuses and bimbats want. Politics is like breakdancing. When two sides face off, you can always solve an argument by popping and locking, or if not, by a gun. For too many years now, the left has been heard on the air. The phrase public radio has made most people recoil in horror at a taxpayer-funded liberal news agenda. These do-gooders try to tell people to help each other. They're conspiracy theory hippies trying to make us all believe that the government lies to us, that countries we invade don't like us, and politicians make us afraid in order to do whatever they want. Well, no longer. Thanks to a bill passed in state Congress recently, VCPR has now been forced to showcase a diverse array of political viewpoints, and thank the Lord for that. One new show that's particularly popular in our state is foreign affairs show New World Order. Let's take a listen.
You're listening to New World Order, only on VCPR, keeping foreign affairs at the bottom of the news agenda. I've been abroad and I know what it's like. And let me tell you, the food's no good, the bathrooms stink, and the money don't work. India is in the news again. Streets riddled with elephant dung and snake charmers, food that gives you gas, an unhealthy respect for the cow, and a caste system that nobody understands. Chuck Summers is in New Delhi.
Thanks, Dwayne. Despite its name, the city is nothing like a deli, except the food is old and the coffee tastes like armpit. India is an ancient culture, and it shows. Sweaty hordes of yogi folk waft about chanting Om, and giving that smug look that comes with inappropriate stretching in public. I learned quickly not to show your teeth when at the monkey temples. It makes the monkeys angry. But I didn't come here to get in feces fights. I've got a little Brazilian waiter I do that with on Friday nights back at home, and my wife is out playing bridge.
I'm Jenny Mitchell. meTV News.
610 will be in the Williams 3 district.
Jenny Mitchell here with some very worrying developments. Police reports are coming in of sporadic, unprecedented levels of violence as people kill each other for money and kicks. Groups of lunatics, probably high on drugs, or worse, sober, are gathering across the town to maim and kill each other just for fun. And even more alarming, it's not the army. Parents United Saving Society's youth are calling for a ban on pop culture. Normal people are gathering to destroy each other with military-grade equipment, including tanks, helicopters, and limousines. Who ever heard of military-grade limousines? Who wrote this script? It sucks. It stinks. Oh, I wrote it? I was so wasted. After After 4 years at the top of the charts and videos that really make you understand love, the good times had to end for power pop reggae Afrobeat trio Ambulance, as tempestuous singer, tambourinist, and philosopher Crow has gone solo. He announced his first solo project will benefit Africa by sending 1,000 copies to famine areas. He says, quote, "I love the Ambulance boys. We grew up together. They're like brothers to me. Really, they are. But the world is starving. And after a particularly ugly argument about royalties, they will be." He says, "How can 80-10-10 be seen as an unfair split? I don't know. The fact is, we had a good time, but 3 days before a major world tour was due to start, felt like the right time to quit. I'm on a spirit journey. Namist. Namaste." Unquote. That's really sad. I loved Ambulance. Too bad Crow's going to be leaving the guys, especially after Trev was put in a wheelchair, but that's rock and roll for you. I'm Jenny Mitchell. meTV News. I'm sorry. Because I can't remember what you tell me to say unless I write it down.
Hi, I'm Jenny Mitchell.
All right. I'm Jenny Mitchell with Gang News, reporting from the front line of crime, where an evil gang of Cuban hoodlums is causing trouble. Again, this isn't the first time that Los Cabrones, a loose collective of Cuban and American desperados, allegedly headed up by the notorious Humberto Robina, are attracting attention from the police. Mr. Robina, a man notorious for grabbing the testes of friend and foe alike, has long been known to police, but now they're worried he might have formed an alliance with another gang, hell-bent on driving his sworn enemies, the so-called Cholos, out of Vice City forever. We'll stay on this story. This is Jenny Mitchell with meTV News.
Humberto Robina, you must be Vance. You look like you got some Cuban in you, lady. Bang, bang, bang! I'm into men. You grown any cojones yet, lady boy?
Hi, I'm Jenny Mitchell with meTV News with a meTV Automotive News update. Evolution isn't just a myth when it comes to internal combustions. The new Splits is a car with a difference. It's a truck that thinks it's a duck. That's right. American Motors has developed the perfect car for people who live in a swamp. The Split 6 is a floating car with a reasonably good safety record. Only 5 to 10% of journeys end in drownings, which is almost as safe as eating in Burger Shot. The Split 6 was unveiled recently to rave reviews from both motoring enthusiasts and sailors. With an impressive 3 miles per gallon and an attractive design, the Splits is going to prove popular with bachelors and smugglers in our watery city. This is meTV, bringing you news that counts all the time. I'm Jenny Mitchell with meTV News. And now for, what is it? Now for a patriotism report. meTV has learned of some shocking news that our government is failing to look after veterans properly. In a move that will shock millions, people sent off to die by this country are now being denied pensions and adequate training. Inevitably, some veterans are turning to drugs and crime or worse. We spoke to one prominent veteran, Phil Cassidy, who served with distinction in several wars, who said, quote, "I love my country. I love her like a woman. I've made love to my country. I fought and killed innocent people for my country, and I'd do it again if they'd let me. But since I left, it's been hell. No one wants to hire a man with a dishonorable discharge from the catering corps. I've done some bad things. I know I have, but god damn it, it was fun." Unquote. Then Cassidy fell over and began crying. I'm Jenny Mitchell, meTV News.
I'm not drunk. I'm just resting my eyes. Damn it.
Yeah, this is some fancy driving.
Jenny Mitchell here with meTV News and a meTV investigation. Since money began pouring into Vice City a few years ago, mostly in blood-stained rolled-up 20s, the rich have proven just how busy they are by buying helicopters so they can visit their mistresses and avoid traffic. But there is a downside. That's like my catchphrase, isn't it? Since they helped us win Vietnam, helicopters have been America's favorite way of dying in air accidents. But the helicopter traffic in Vice City has made it unsafe. Only last week, a popular local real estate entrepreneur had his wig blown off by a runaway chopper. And while protests over popular TV show Angel in the Night heat up as yet another jerk tried to see if a helicopter will fly underwater, a helicopter ban is being considered by the Vice City mayor. One local enthusiast said, quote, "That will never happen. We can bribe any politician in this town. We need choppers as they are a great way of outrunning the Coast Guard." What's he talking about? Wow. This is Jenny Mitchell with meTV News.
You do the flying, I'll do the frying. I can't hit anything from up here. We're too high.
We are strong. No one can tell us where.
meTV Business News. Jeremy Robard is one of Vice City's leading entrepreneurs and has been training residents on how to be a success. I spoke with Clay Parsons, who said Robard changed his life.
I was driving around late one Tuesday night, having a couple of drinks, trying to clear my head after another domestic dispute. Bitch. Anyway, Robard's ad came on the radio.
How long has it been since you've gone at top speed in a powerboat with two blondes in bikinis? Well, that's too long. Hi, I'm Jeremy Robard with some important information about masculinity and you. Are you wasting away in an office, going bald, and entertaining yourself by dropping pencils so your fat secretary bends over? You could be in the money, living an adventure. Take on the hottest, most prestigious profession of today, international trade.
I thought, wow, it has been too long. I was down on myself. I never had much book learning. So when I lost my job as a teacher, because one of my students started to show, a little tramp, I thought life was over for me. Now, thanks to my job in Jeremy Robard's import-export, I drive a sports car and sleep with a lot of desperate women. It is so cool, I gotta tell you.
Wow, Clint, that's really a heartwarming story. I'm Jenny Mitchell with meTV Business News. When you've got a lot of water, a lot of money, and a little brain, buy a boat. Hi, Jenny Mitchell here with a meTV News update. The water's big in Vice City, so big that occasionally it seeps upwards through the floorboards and you realize this place is a partially drained swamp waiting to be reclaimed. Anyway, as fans of pop music all know, nothing says reckless abandon quite like a boat. Here's Vice City Public Radio's Larry Joe and Bobby Ray of Bait and Switch with a news report from the Vice City Boat Show.
Woohoo! Oh, you are shit-faced, aren't you?
Nice!
Oh, hell. Wait. Oh, you're gonna smell something in about 2 seconds. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, we're men.
Yeah.
Guys.
Moving on with the show.
Yeah.
All right, now today's a special episode of Bait and Switch coming at you from the Vice City Boat and Sports Show.
Yeah, it's incredible, you know what I mean? These boats, I mean, you know, you see guys standing around thinking about what comes natural and primal, you know, like in a circle.
Fishing these parts, see, it's all about selecting the right way to go after your prey. You really got to think about how to approach the fish, you know? What kinds of pole you're going to use.
And make sure you use the right bait. I mean, I use a stink bait by rubbing night crawlers or grubs on my junk. Real nice. It's unresistible, my junk.
Legendary. Hey! Yeah!
With public radio like that, all I can say is keep paying your cable bills. This is meTV. Jenny Mitchell here, reporting from the front line of gender politics. For thousands of years, it's been the same story. You're born a man or you're born a woman, and you deal with it. Occasionally, things went a little bit strange, and so they invented women's shot putting and musical theater, but most people knew where they stood. Then, thanks to the miracle of modern science, for a few uncertain people, gender realignment became possible. Women trapped in men's bodies could reveal themselves. Bryans could become Brendas, Jones could become Jeremiahs, and so on. Now, leading Vice City surgeon Dr. Abner Horowitz is offering a unique array of treatments for people who want it all. I spoke to him earlier today, so this is like taped.
You'd look great with a schwanz.
Oh, Dr. Horowitz.
Absolutely, Jamie.
It's Jenny. So, Dr. Horowitz, what's unique about your service? People have been having sex changes, for a while now.
Absolutely, Johnny. People have been switching an in for an out for quite a while, but ultimately, only some people were satisfied. Oh, sure. I mean, some people are easy, look like a woman, think they're a man. One anesthetic, a bit of reversal, some meaty stuffing, and a load of hormones later, and presto, you got yourself a linebacker, not a cheerleader. Whatever. I am so over that. What we're offering is something new. A chance to be both a man and a woman both at the same time. Say 70% man, 30% woman. Kind of like Nancy Reagan. Or 25% man, 19% woman, and the rest, who cares? It gives people the chance to be themselves. Truly themselves.
But for me, being myself is like listening to pop music and taking an aerobics class, so isn't this a bit far out for most people?
Yeah, of course, Jessica. It is very much at the avant-garde of society, and only practiced by the most sophisticated of people right now. But soon, it will be pretty standard. But you must remember, sexual metamorphosis is part of nature and has been for a long time. Jellyfish, mayflies, cabbage plants, and weightlifters can all change sex, dependent on the climate or on the possibility of winning a mate. So it's perfectly natural, much like nuclear power.
Dr. Horowitz, it's been fascinating speaking to you.
Jim, it's been a pleasure.
This is Jenny Mitchell with meTV News. It's completely out of control.
And you unquote.
I'm serious. I really need a bump.
Off mic. Why mighty?
Hi, Jenny Mitchell here with a meTV News update. For most of us, the word mafia brings forward images of Italian men kissing before they start shooting each other in the face and leave animal heads in their beds. But a new kind of mafia is running roughshod through Vice City's poorer neighborhoods. What does roughshod mean? Oh God, I'm still mic'd. Yes, a new form of mafia is running roughly shod through Vice City. This so-called trailer park mafia are dominating a wide range of criminal activities and bringing poor communities of people already on their knees down onto their elbows or some other body part. Drugs, prostitution, protection rackets, inbreeding. No criminal act is too tasteless for this new evil menace. Stay safe, people. This is Jenny Mitchell with meTV News.
I'm Marty J. Williams. Jesus, woman. Bitch, get your sorry ass out here. If you don't shut that brat up, woman, I will. I pay you to help me, not to argue. You hear?
meTV Technology News. This is Jenny Mitchell. If it sounds like a dream for most guys, a partner who doesn't answer back and who is great around the house, then that dream is becoming a reality for some Vice City residents with the increased popularity of the Domestobot home service unit.
Ever since Linda started working, our kids are home alone.
We tried hiring a nanny, but she wanted health insurance.
Yeah, right. That's when we got Domestobot. He's great with the kids.
Mrs. Lawrence, Tommy has some skin magazines under the bed.
And he helps us, too.
Would you like your drink freshened?
He's a great conversation piece at our special parties.
Please put your car keys in the hat and the fun will begin.
It's like having a personalized alarm clock.
I brought you a drink.
It's 8 in the morning.
I made it a double.
Oh, Domestobot.
Domestobot. He's 3 foot high. He only says 10 phrases. He's the friend you've always dreamed of. Order Domestobot today.
Hi, Jenny Mitchell here with a meTV News update. The Vice City broadcasting system may be just a distant memory, but one of its most popular stalwarts is making a comeback on our radios. George Moorehead was a popular detective in the 1940s and 50s who helped glamorize life around here and helped make Vice Beach the popular destination it is today. 32 years after the show was canceled, reruns have made some people really mad. Listen to this.
And now to Gordon Moorehead in Moorehead Rides Again.
Gordon? No! She's dead. Are you okay, Gordon? How you bearing up? I mean, that woman was just killed while you were speaking to her. I feel faint and a little scared.
That's because you're a woman. Calm down.
Oh, you don't have to go and get cross, but I guess I deserved it. Gordon, you're incredible. I feel much better knowing you're here. Who shot her? Oh!
There. Now I'm better. Helps a man think. Fact is, Molly, there are a lot of things you don't understand with that darn poisonous estrogen coursing willy-nilly through your veins.
With its non-stop action, pithy writing, and believable characters, Moorehead seems like a show made only yesterday. Certainly, it's a lot better than some of the trash on today's television, such as Angel in the Night. But some social commentators are up in arms about the values the show represents. One prominent feminist, Michaela Karapatis? Anyway, she sent a statement to meTV News that she wanted us to read on the air. Here it is, and I quote, "Denigration is denigration, whatever the context. Feminists, such as myself, have freed women from slavery. Now shows like this are trying to rewind the clock. George Moorehead is a misogynistic, racist, dipsomaniac who represents all that is bad in American masculinity. I don't care if the series is historical record. The fact is we should rewrite history. And that is precisely what I've done in my new book. It's a very important work, and if you don't buy it, you can't call yourself an intelligent person. It's out next month, and it's called Killing Husbands, Freeing Wives, Ending Slavery by Any Means Necessary. I am available to speak on news shows or to newspapers on pretty much any issue. I am a fascinating and forthright subject. You can't go wrong with me. I will take your obscure cable network to the top of the ratings. In this day of cable television, it's opinions that matter, not truth, and trust me, I know the fact." What a long-winded bitch. This is Jenny Mitchell with meTV News. It's not just playing with helicopters, deploying napalm, and learning how to kill people without remorse in the Army these days. Hi, Jenny Mitchell here with a meTV News update. Reports have begun to reach meTV News of a seedy underbelly to life on Vice City's very own military base, just 90 miles from the evil, sick, and twisted menace that is communism. Vice City has long been on the front line in the must-win battle we all face against sharing. Under pressure, soldiers have been known to crack, as Base Commanding Officer Beverly McFadden told us, and I quote, "Everyone knows soldiers must work hard, play hard, as the modern idiom goes. After a hard day slaughtering people, you've got to blow off a little steam. So we've turned a blind eye to the odd soldier running amok with a gun or doing something unfortunate in a nunnery, but things occasionally go too far. I know from personal experience that after you rip a man's jugular out with his bare hands and then go through his possessions looking for something to steal and discover he has a wife and a newborn baby, it can be a little upsetting. But the behavior on the base is unbecoming to a member of our Army." Unquote. Wow, chilling stuff. Beverly McFadden is, of course, a man. He just had an unfortunate name. We at meTV News have heard reports of prostitutes and drugs on base, and not just in the officers' mess. We'll be sure to stay on this story right to the end. This is meTV.
I gotta drop a deuce. Damn, she gave me the clap. Come on, you donkey dick! Okay. meTV News, this is Jenny Mitchell. When people say the word drugs to you, do you think of good times and loose women, of nosebleeds and infidelity and lives falling apart and crime and degradation and young girls selling themselves for kicks? But there is a dark side. meTV News has been speaking to an undercover FBI agent about the problems currently facing Vice City,
Agent BF, who spoke to us off the record on the condition we protected his anonymity, told us the situation in Vice City is now completely out of control. The city has long been the major entry point for yuppie marching powder, cocaine, into the U.S., and now as much as $3 billion a year in laundered cash flows through Vice City's banks. BF told us that a policeman earning $27,000 a year is expected to catch a guy making $100 million. This, he said, is ludicrous. Any right-minded policeman is going to take a bribe, and any intelligent man is going to try to get involved in the trade himself. Times have changed. Integrity isn't worth what it once was. Then, BF told our reporter to keep his mouth shut and to not get himself killed. This is Jenny Mitchell with meTV News.
Business is hard. This industry is full of criminals.
I make a little deal with the DEA. I hand over all that cocaine. In exchange, they're gonna give me some serious guns.
Jenny Mitchell here with a meTV story we're working on. In a development that's bound to send shockwaves around the world, meTV News has uncovered an evil new menace that lurks on the streets of Vice City: money laundering. For years, city officials have turned a blind eye to minor criminal activities such as murder, narcotic trafficking, or incest in the belief that criminals spend all the money on fast cars and loose women with no long-term plans for retirement. But now, we're hearing shocking reports of criminals getting into the pro-business fever and investing money into the city. Shocking! Business and crime finally come together. Whole apartment buildings are now owned by criminals. Some criminals are using the money they make in one crime to start working in another criminal field. Drug dealers are becoming gamblers or turning into brothel owners. A representative from the mayor office told us, and I quote, "The cunning of these criminal masterminds knows no bounds. It's awful to think we've been tricked for so long," unquote. City officials promised to do something or sweep it all under the carpet. Jenny Mitchell with meTV News. If it isn't news, we'll make it news. What? No, both my knees are like totally scabbed. Yeah. No, in the back of his Impante insurrection. meTV News with this arts and entertainment report. He wowed audiences with his short films about child torture in a Berlin pizza parlor. Then, she stunned intelligent European audiences with her short film about a rhinoceros making love to a neon sign. Now the buzz is he or she is in Vice City, trying to bring commerce and high art closer together. Rennie Wasselmeyer, Wiener, the mixed-sex film director and avowed member of the Avant Garde, is coming to Vice City to film a series of television commercials and some edgy pop music videos with loads of candles and a group of girls in bikinis welding in an abandoned warehouse. Following his move into commercial work, Rennie said, "The television screen is my canvas. The budget of Z ad agency is my easel." Mr. or Ms. Wasselmeyer has moved her entire production company to Vice City and says he, she, it, whatever, plans to make art that will put this uncivilized swamp on the map. Wow, it's androgynous stuff. I'm Jenny Mitchell with meTV News. News for a generation that doesn't pay attention and just reads whatever's on the teleprompter because I'm a tramp. Jack, you are such an asshole.
It is the story of the age, success and failure. And me, I smash them together. Oh, darling, I'm a little bit of everything. Man, woman. That is beautiful. God, genius.
Jenny Mitchell here with meTV News and this sports update, bringing you to the front of the four of the news agenda. On all fours from the front? Oh, forefront. Quad bikes, also known as four-wheelers or ATVs. 2 wheels are great, and 3 if you can find it, but are 4 wheels of fun a vicious threat to law and order, your marriage and hygiene? The answer to this vital question is that it's all about your position in society. Loafer-wearing college graduates want ATVs, and especially the dangerous and growing craze of ATV races banned from our fine city. Residents of houses up on blocks made of sheet metal are furious. These trailer park living, six-toe having citizens of some of Vice City's poorer neighborhoods argue this is just preppy snobbery run riot and a form of racism. We spoke to Trent T.J. Hopkins, a big fan of four-wheelers from Little Havana, and he had this to say.
Hell, I've been fishing with dynamite in the panhandle for years, man. What? Oh, hey, wow, I'm on TV, huh? Where's the camera? Oh, hey, Mom, how's Pa? Hey, his parole must be up soon, huh? You best stop laying with Cousin Bob once he gets out. Oh, yeah, I mean, four-ways are goddamn incredible. Four-wheelers is like motorbiking, only it's got four wheels. It goes pretty much anywhere, which is good, because trailer park ain't got no goddamn paved roads in it. Man, it's such fun. We had a three-wheeler, but old Smithy broke it when he flipped over and broke his neck and got differently abled. I mean, he was just having fun, just playing around, showing off. I didn't know she was 15. Wrong show, sorry. Yeah, I hear all kinds of them stereo bites about folks who like this. They're dumb, they're inbred, they're racist, they got 6 toes, they can't read, write, or count, and that's bull crap, buddy. I ain't got 6 toes, I got 7, count them. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Hell, like I said, people just gotta understand what fun it is chasing some immigrant down one of these things and beating them senseless. Before greasing them up and giving them real good time.
What? That's about all we've got time for. Let's take a break. Jesus. Gang trouble is running rife in Little Havana again. It's a neighborhood long synonymous with gang trouble, violence, and everything that is wrong with American social policy over the last 30 years. But like all meTV stories, there's a new menace that lurks on these once placid streets. What was once a simple and easily caricatured war between the cholos and the rednecks from the nearby trailer parks has become a vicious three-way involving a new gang of Cuban-American desperados. Normally a three-way is like a lot of fun, but this one has deadly consequences. Phil Herrick reports.
Thanks, Dingy. I'm Phil Herrick. When my boss said, "Do you want a vicious three-way?" I laughed and said, "Certainly, sir. I don't mind if your wife's cool about it." And then I found myself on the streets of Little Havana, getting shot at and reporting about a new gang menace running rife in Vice City's poorer neighborhoods. Los Cabrones are a new bunch of desperados, hell-bent on machismo and on killing for kicks. And this time, they're not the government. Local residents are being terrorized by this bunch of killers. Some local experts claim the gangs are working with various criminal elements in the local trailer park community to drive the once dominant local gang, the Cholos, out of Vice City and set up their own criminal empire. I'm Phil Herrick. Back to you, wench.
Scary stuff. Thank God I have a burglar alarm, 3 shotguns, and a rabid dog guarding my condo on a gated community. Whew. Fear really works. I'm Jenny Mitchell with meTV. Man, it really burns today. Yeah, I put stuff on it. This is Jenny Mitchell for meTV. We all know America is the greatest country on earth and that we have the right to tell other people how to live. But economically, the last 20 years have not been great for America. Foreign companies are flooding our streets with so-called cheap foreign imports and ruining our once fine labor force. Now, a new campaign is fighting back, aiming to keep prices high, quality low, and raise import tariffs so American workers are free to work 4-hour days and get drunk by 3 p.m. Their goal is to make goods at top prices, which we then force other countries to buy. It's capitalism with a friendly face. Now, one pressure group is fighting back. Take a listen to the campaign that is sure to put the 1980s on the map.
My name is Betty Freely. I worked as a manager at American Motors for 18 years. Now I'm on welfare, turning tricks. All because you bought a foreign car, you son of a bitch.
This month, celebrate American diplomacy and take a mallet to a Maibatsu.
Hello, lazy Americans. You want food stamps now?
Stay free. Buy American goods. Brought to you by the Buy American Coalition.
Jenny Mitchell, meTV News. TV for me, news for you. Jenny Mitchell for meTV News. It's a popular misconception that most Americans can't swim. We're too lazy or too fat or live too near cornfields to bother with water or a cement pond. Or we prefer spending our evenings with a hot tub, a pilot shop, and 3 heavy guys with foreign accents.
Come on, baby. Come back.
Even when we go to the beach, most people would rather cover themselves in oil and roll around in the sand rather than go in the lovely warm ocean. Well, no longer. More and more visitors to our shores are learning to enjoy the water and water sports. A fact illustrated that year on year, drownings are up a massive 85%. A spokesman for the Vice City Chamber of Tourism said, and I quote, "This insignificant 85% increase in the number of recorded drownings is a great thing for our town. It proves people are happier than ever in our water, and what a better way to go than in a warm blue abyss, gently passing out before waking up in a better place." Unquote. Amen to that. I'm Jenny Mitchell. meTV will be back after this.